Hello, Emma.
Hello. Hi there. Hi, Maya. How's it going?
Yeah, good, good. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Lovely to meet you. Yeah.
Wendy just answered a phone call. She just left.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy. I spoke to Wendy as well today. Yeah, it was pretty short notice, and I just caught it was, yeah, it just happened, but I got about, I think 6 or 7 of us will come on. So I think it's just nice if we can meet each other and know where we are in Australia. It's yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good.
I know Avalon. She lives near me.
Oh, you know Avalon. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hi, who said that? Hello, I just arrived.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh,
Emma.
Maya.
Hi, Avalon.
Hi, Emma.
Hi. Hi. Yeah, Maya
Awesome.
knows you, Avalon.
Yeah, Maya and I have known each other for a long time.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And it's Wendy over there?
That's me.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. And this is Zita. So Zita is from Cooktown. Are you in Cooktown, aren't you? Are you in Cooktown at the moment?
Yeah, I'm in Cooktown at the moment, but I'm actually going to be moving soon. We're going to
Okay.
move to Tully.
Oh, that's wet.
Oh.
That's near Mission Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful part of the world. Yeah, it does rain a lot too, though, doesn't it? I think.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And Wendy, you're in Gelatin, which is north of Cairns.
Yeah, so north of Kuranda,
Yeah.
in the range. So yeah.
Yeah, north. It's also very beautiful up there. And Avalon, you're in Coffs Harbour.
Yeah, I'm in Woolgoolga, which is just north of Coffs. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And Maya, you're in where have I got it here? You're in Urunga. Is that how you say it?
Actually, that is almost how you say it. Urunga in Gumbaynggirr.
Okay, okay.
Urunga in English.
Urunga. Okay, and I'm in Kuranda, which is not far from Cairns. It's kind of north of Cairns in the mountains. Yeah. So thank you all for coming on. It's really lovely to see you all. Yeah. We've been having some family reunions here in Kuranda. We've got a lot of mothers here in the area, but I really wanted to reach out to all of you who are not so close by, because I wanted to meet you all. That might be someone replying. I tried to get in touch with we have some other mothers in the South Australia and other parts of Australia too, but they didn't get back to me in time. So they may not come on tonight, but I would like to do this regularly because I feel there's a lot of power in us coming together. And if we ever need to travel, or we ever need to move, or we need resources, because we know each other, we can actually support each other in whatever, if it's financially, or if someone needs a place to stay, or if there's ways that we can help each other. So I think it's awesome that we have this growing community in Australia. Yeah. So so I wanted really just for everyone to be able to share a little bit. Avalon, you can't stay on very long, can you?
That's right. I've been out all day, and I just got home, and my family hasn't seen my actual blood family hasn't seen me all day.
So maybe you go first, Avalon, even if you could just tell us for 5 minutes what's happening. You've been cleaning up with the floods, is that right? What's happening?
Yes, we've been making regular trips because it's about a couple of hours, or depending on which way. We needed to go the back way because some of the roads are still underwater. So we've been going up regularly to help with the cleanups, with the floods we've been going to a town called Korakai, which is a little bit south of Lismore.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I think that's my internet connection.
On the weekend, I mapped it out because I'm the secretary for the group. So I just mapped out all the different focus groups and subgroups and roles. It's like we're just creating a whole alternative culture, like outside of the one that we've been kicked out of in, you know, some of us, depending on, you know, health status and stuff. So, yeah, that's been really fun. So I've been really immersed in that. And I have recently had a charity approved as well, so that
Awesome.
can be a really awesome vehicle to receive resources for community projects and love what's happening here. So my it's actually a church that I've founded, like it's a church / charity. It's called the Divine Mother Temple. So it's really about honoring the role of the mother and the role of family as the building block for culture.
I love that. That's exactly what we need right now. It's perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there any way that have you been personally, sorry, I kind of cut out for a little while there. I think it was my internet, so I might have missed something. Have you been personally affected by the floods where you live, or is it just friends and people in the vicinity?
Well, we've had a lot of water. We haven't had flooding, anything like I don't know where you were in, Maya, in Urunga. I know there was some flooding in Urunga recently because we have friends there that live near the river. But we've had a lot of water, but nothing like these places up there have had their houses full of water, right? So
pictures, yeah.
Yeah, so that's for us it's minimal. Like we've had water in our garage and we've had a few big, you know, rivets in our driveway and stuff like that, but nothing like what's happening in the Northern Rivers area.
Yeah. Is it still raining now, or has it stopped now? Do you know?
Well, it's on and off. They're getting a lot of rain this week. There wasn't much rain there today. There was a little bit of a sprinkle, but there's more expected, not so much tomorrow, but the next day. And you know, there's a lot of suspicion around the origins of the rain and the weather modification. It's like, doesn't seem like a natural event. It's like way beyond that. So
yeah,
there's word that another flood may be coming. They've just had 2 in a row.
Yeah, I saw there was a video, I think it was on Avoca Beach or something. There was actually a miniature tsunami that came in on the beach. Did you know about that? Did you see that?
Didn't see that, no.
That was quite shocking because it was just a whole other phenomenon happening.
Wow.
Yeah, and I went on the BOM website, and it is funny because the storm, it's kind of, there's these bits directing towards the storm, and there's straight edges on it, and it does look, I don't know much about meteorology, but I even people who have been watching the skies for many years, watching the weather, they say it's not normal. There's something going on. Yeah. Is there any way that we can support you? Is there, because you know we've had a lot of things happening over the last few weeks, and we haven't been on the ball as we should have been, but I wanted to reach out and say, is there any way that our community can support you down there? What can we do?
I think I actually feel really well connected with supportive people here, so I'm not sure what you could do. Like we're actually receiving financial donations from people so that we can get the supplies and take it up, and it's been amazing. The community's so generous. Like as I mentioned, the Australia project, so I appreciate your offer of support, and I feel like we've got it pretty well covered at the moment. And I've been inspiring a lot of people to set up their human families.
That's awesome.
But I haven't actually set mine up yet, and I've got a few families in mind, and I've spoken with a couple, but we haven't actually got together yet. So that's where I'm at. It's like I'm helping lots of other people, but myself, I'm just kind of like weaving all these things going on around me, but not actually filling my own cup with the connections that I need because I'm so busy helping other people. So really the support that I would need is just to remind me to make sure I get my own family set up. And it's good to know that you're here, Maya. We can connect in with each other to keep me accountable to do that.
Can I say something as to what's happening with the weather? I think what everyone can do is be aware, and also be aware what's happening with the natural patterns being manipulated and the agenda behind that, and really consciously know that we together are so powerful
Yes.
and we can create a shift. So loving the water, imagining the sunlight on the water, aligning yourself with the sun and the water in your body being clear. And like every day, just even just 5 or 10 minutes, just going, thank you, and visualizing a natural weather system, because that's, and we can shift this. We don't have to, this is an offer.
Yeah.
And we don't have to accept the offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true, Maya. Thank you. That's absolutely
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we are so immeasurably powerful. It's just we've forgotten.
That's right.
I remember on one of the Nikola Tesla, in one of his writings, he says, when humanity evolves, we will actually be able to direct the direction of this planet Earth, where it goes in space. Like that is how far ahead he was thinking. And we're like playing such a small game, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having the coordination is really helpful. Like we've been so fragmented and separated, right? Like, so I agree with you, Maya, we're so powerful, and we're even more powerful together when we're, you know, collectively doing things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Avalon.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've asked you already, is there anything else we can do to help? Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And I understand you have to go now, but it was lovely to connect with you and to actually meet you, because we've been emailing back and forth for a while. So now I've got a face, I can put a face to it. So it's awesome.
Thank you. And it's really great. Yeah, thank you. And it's really great to meet you all. And I look forward to connecting more, because what we're doing is really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. All right. I'll see you another time.
See you another time. Bye, Avalon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Hey, Alana, is that you?
Yeah, I can't seem to get my face up.
Well, it's got your name there, so we can see your name, but I guess that's better than nothing, you know.
I was fiddling around, but I don't know. I don't know. It's having
you'll probably figure it out in a little while. It'll come to you. But Alana is from Victoria, from near Mount Gambier in Victoria. Yeah, she's awesome. So hopefully we'll be able to see her soon.
Bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
There should be a little thing saying video. Join with video.
Oh yeah, here it is on the left-hand corner. I'm pretty new to Zoom too, but yeah, it is on my bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, video and sound.
Ah. Are you on iPhones?
I'm on my laptop today.
Maybe I need
You're on your iPhone, so I guess it might be different.
No, I'm on Android.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it'll come to you soon, Alana.
Look, I have this problem all the time.
Okay. Wendy, can you tell us how you're going up there? How are you?
Yeah, we're going well. We would love a bit of rain, actually. Yeah, no, we're looking very dry, very sad.
Very sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we did we had a really good start, and now it's just gone. And we were at the beach last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've had lovely warm weather.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And there's Narelle. Narelle's coming on. Narelle's from Victoria as well, so hopefully we can get her up. There she is. Hi, Narelle. Hi, Narelle. Yeah. Wendy, hi. Do you want to tell us what's going on in Gelatin? How's it going with your community up there?
Well, everything's okay. There's obviously a massive divide between people, but we've got a small group going together where we just meet to just talk about what's going on and how we can support each other and what skills we can bring and those sorts of things. And we've also got like a food co-op. So we buy wholesale bulk foods, and then you know, people have kind of pre-ordered, and we divide it up as you know, so that we can have an alternative to what is mainstream as far as you know, your chain of supply stuff goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had about 4 orders now, all pretty big, which
Yeah.
is really cool. And it's kind of nice to know that we're, you know, sort of at least ensuring that our community, you know, kind of weathers any food shortages that may be coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really reassuring to know, is that you have those supplies and there's a group of you. Yeah.
And I've mentioned this program,
Yeah.
but I don't know if we're there yet, and so I haven't actually participated. So I'm really interested to see, you know, and hear how things are going for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because one of the things that I've thought is that we are quite distant, you know, like we're often kilometres apart, and I just wonder what is everybody else doing? How's it working? What sort of connections are you making with the community?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think we're all some of us, I know some of them, others in our network have they're doing amazing, you know, they've got huge communities with, like, I spoke to a lady today in Sydney, she has about 500 people, and they're doing very, very similar things to what you're doing, Wendy. You know, she's encouraging everyone to prepare, to have food, to, you know, to get all set up. So just in case, you've got everyone's got peace of mind because they know that they've prepared, you know, with them. Yeah, and especially now there's kind of a quiet time, I feel, before the election.
It's the lull before the quiet before the storm, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm worried that that's what it might be. Hopefully, I mean, it would be wonderful if, you know, due to our combined prayers and community effort, we can just evolve beyond any further deterioration. But it is good to be prepared, and it's awesome, Wendy, that you're doing what you can where you are. Yeah. Is there any way that we can support you? We're going to be having a family reunion up here in Canada in about January, February, we're going to do it this month, but it's too busy. So in May. So Wendy, I'll send you an invitation, and maybe, you know, you can come, and there'll be lots of people that you can connect with.
Yeah.
Have another one about August.
In August. Is that when you're coming up here, Alana?
I could make a trip.
That would be great to see you. It'll be really good. Yeah. Hi, Naral, nice to see you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi,
for coming on.
everyone.
Thank you for coming
on.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, we're in the car. Time's driving.
Oh, you're in the car. Okay.
Time's driving.
I won't keep you too long because you probably need to. Yeah. Is he? Yeah.
He's doing very well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. How are you, Narelle? Are you well?
Really good, really good. We're heading to Melbourne. He's going to see the Formula One. That's what he's always wanted to do. So
yeah,
we're heading down, and then we fly to Brisbane and Gympie on Tuesday for a week.
Okay.
So we're close, but we're still not quite close enough to see you.
No, unfortunately. And here, here in Queensland, they're lifting all the mandates on the 14th. Yeah. Is it the same?
I saw that. Yeah, I had an idea that, you know, obviously, like you said, with the election coming up, I think that's probably part of their mentality and catalyst for it. So let's see what happens there. Yeah.
Yeah. Have they lifted all the mandates in Victoria as well?
Oh, no, not at all. I hear Alana laughing. I know, no, it's just ridiculous.
Never.
We had a fantastic experience a couple of weeks ago when Cafe locked out, and Michael Great Rivers came with the Despicables tour and camped at our place the night. It of fed everybody, and it was so uplifting, and it was incredible that the kids all got to experience the fact that we're not all on our own. And
Yeah.
some of the local community joined us, so that, yeah, it was brilliant.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So this was a cafe? Is that, sorry, cafe lockdown? What is that, Narelle? Sorry.
Cafe Lockdown. Michael Gray Griffiths is if you have a look, he is a playwright who was just on the verge of big things happening.
Yeah.
And refused to, refused to follow the narrative.
Yeah.
And now he actually goes around and he interviews people, and
Yeah.
he's on a tour around Australia at the moment to do as much as he can. So they left
Wow.
Melbourne
Yeah.
and they did Warrnambool and Portland and Colac. I think it was Colac, Portland, and then they came and they popped over to Mount Gambier, and they came. There was about 40 people, I think, maybe about 15 cars, do you reckon, Kyle, in the convoy?
I wasn't there.
Oh, that's right, Kyle was there. There was a big convoy.
Yeah.
And he's also towing a big sign that says "Make your vote count" and how to vote, what to do for the federal election. So if you have a look at Cafe Lockdown.
Okay. Yeah, because it rings a bell, but I wasn't sure exactly. But that's great. So you came down there to Mount Gambier. That's
There
awesome.
was so much love in the room, and there were so many in that, and then it poured rain, so we all had to sort of cuddle under the carport. But it was really special, and it was just great to connect with community, especially where we are, when there's not very many about. You have to, mind P's and Q's and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, everybody's really well, and the kids are happy and healthy, and we're very much in not living in fear or or worried about what this carry on is. Also mindful and preparing too.
That's awesome, Narelle. Yeah, yeah. Narelle and Alana live close together in a small town in Victoria near Hamilton, and there's not very many people who sympathise. Are there, Narelle? Like they're very, very what's the word? Conservative. Very
small town minded.
Oh, sorry,
town
sorry.
minded. Yeah.
No, that's right, and it's fascinating to have the conversations, because whenever anybody asks me, my answer is always, well, I've done what I have to do as a single mother of 3 children and 2 mortgages. I'm doing what I have to do, and so they naturally take that to think that I'm on the same page as them, whereas I have other ideas.
Yeah, there's like there's like a massive foot drop on the side of the road.
So that's that's been interesting times. I can be very diplomatic, and I particularly, my favourite conversation is usually, so I can assume that you're up to date with everything, and I said, yes, you definitely can assume that. So it's kind of it's a play on words to get the same conversation across, but it's it's true. And Alana, that's so funny that we have actually never met face to face still.
No.
And we're in the same group.
We
sharing
will.
Heaps, aren't we?
We will,
Tell
'cause
them
nobody
what
come
happened
yet.
at that. Tell them what you did. Your husband did.
Well, we had a quick shear one night, and Dean had way too many beers, and they had an auction, and so he decided to buy all 4 of Narelle's courses for CPR.
First, a full course. First aid course, or whatever you want to do. It was quite funny because I didn't know who'd bought it. And next minute, Alana goes, my husband just bought 4 classes. So, and I've been doing a lot of catering in that as well. So now I've been catering in first aid.
Yeah. Is there any? Can we support
Doesn't
you?
get really windy up.
Can we support you in any way, Narelle and Alana? Is there anything we can do that you think of? Yeah.
No.
I don't think so at the moment. I don't think that it's been hard to Alana to try and sort of, there's been some great, going on at Mount Gambier at the moment, and this girl Maddie has been doing a very good job. But I don't know that there's much. It's more, people on the ground for us to try and sort of build that community up. There's a few more flown to the radar a bit.
Yeah.
People know that I sympathise with the cause, but they think that I'm on the other side of the. They think they're on their side a little more than I am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There is
So,
actually
yeah,
there is a group in Casterton, and they usually get about 70 people to the meetings.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So I went along last week just to network, mostly nurses, paramedics, a few doctors,
Yeah.
and then farming community.
Okay, okay. Oh, that's great, Alana. That's a lot of people for
Yeah.
Casterton. Yeah.
I hope
And Hamilton have 30.
Hamilton has 30. Okay.
Brickbury has one. Or 4 with the kids. If you count the kids, there's 4 of us.
Add to the group. Okay, okay. Alana, is there anything that we can do to help at the moment with what's happening down there?
No, nothing really. I think, look, people are definitely waking up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Whether people like to say it publicly, a lot don't
Yeah.
because of the stigma involved with it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been listening to what I say on my posts, even though I don't get a bite.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people talk to you in the street about things. So
Wow. Okay.
as much abuse as I cop from my family about posting things, obviously it's getting out there. So
Yeah. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Alana.
yeah.
It's not easy in
Thank
that
you, my
environment.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I think the main take-home message is everyone to get food in the ground.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
so
important.
that's what I've been telling everyone, basically.
Okay then. Yeah, yeah, we were in an apartment here, but we've got some community gardens happening for the community. So everyone's kind of contributing seeds and plants and things like that. And they're kind of like safe houses. So if like there's no communications or if something happens, people know that they can go to those locations, and it's kind of reassuring, you know, even if you never have to, but it's in the back of your mind, you know, that there's somewhere you can go where you'll be welcome, there's shelter and there's, you know, water and other people, you know. Yeah, and they're quite private, hidden away. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So good to hear from you both.
With Ray, we're setting up a foundation.
What, you're opening up a foundation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah. And
Tell me more.
what's going to be the
Do
purpose
is,
of
the
it?
plan is
Sorry.
we're going to have a community garden in town
Yeah.
on our town block.
Yeah.
And I've got a few other ideas to go in there as well. And then my whole plan is to sort of have underground, like what Ray wants to build with his town. We're very similar in our ideas. I want everything underground so you can't see it.
Oh, Al would be so on board with your idea because that's his idea too.
And I'm trying desperately to convince Dean to sell this farm. I tell you, I might have to induce a heart attack.
So you can sell up and come up here.
I agree.
That would be awesome. maybe one day. In the meantime, you can come on holiday. You'll really like it up here.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't been up there for like 10 years.
Long time. Lots happens.
I don't think I'd recognize Port Douglas. It'd be just so commercialized now.
It is fairly commercialized. It's still quite cute. It's still quite nice little town, but it is
Even Coranda's probably gone more commercialized too.
It is fairly touristy as well. Yeah, it is. But there's a lot of good people. You know, the people make the place because the people are. There's a lot of open-minded. You know, people having an open mind makes a big difference. I feel. You know.
Oh, definitely.
And some common sense as well is really good.
Oh, common sense.
Maya, can you tell us how you're going there with the flooding situation and with what you're having to deal with over there?
Well, there's a lot of fear in the community because of what's happened in Lismore.
Yeah. And
so there's sort of fear, and then on the other side of it, there's like, she'll be right, mate.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of on the journey myself of like the great mother, trying to hold it all consciously and stay loving, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the challenge for us all at the time. I had to evacuate last week with my children and chickens and cats.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I didn't actually have to evacuate, but if I'd stayed, the road could have gone underwater.
Yeah.
And they had the police sirens and everything going on, and the people opposite being evacuated. So I haven't done a lot of work with the human family stuff, but I have got people clued in, and we see each other around. And I was able to go to one of their houses, and we were all with my children and my chickens and my cat.
Awesome. Yeah.
And you know, she was so beautiful, and we were so loved and welcome, and she made us chicken soup, and it was just like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And even just the idea, when I talk to people about the idea, they're like, oh, I'd love to be part of a family. Like,
Oh,
we're so hungry for belonging, myself included.
Yeah.
I've really been heartened at the response, because it's quite I feel in some ways like it's quite scary to go and say to people, hey, what about this? You know, would you like to be part of this? And, you know, if this happens, then we've got each other. And I was quite terrified, but everyone I talked to was like, oh, it's so beautiful.
oh, that's so gorgeous, Maya.
So I really feel that I'm seeing what I think is playing out in Australia is we're a testing ground, like with the First Nations communities, what happened to them in the Northern Territory. And I don't know if it's still happening. I try and follow the original tribal sovereign, you know them, Zeta?
OSTF or whatever they are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love their way they approach things, and I love this way. So I think we're, you know, it's really like, I like the human, what you set up, Emma, because it's so local, you know.
Yeah.
And if I can't call someone, I can walk to their house. You know, might be, you know, 2 kilometers or whatever, but I can walk there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we need, I think, because what happened in Lismore, and I don't know how many people know this, but BOM and the SES and the fire brigade and the police were like, okay, everyone's got to evacuate. And this also happened again last weekend in Ballina and Byron. They got another flood. So what happened was, and I'm just telling you this because I think everyone needs to know how this game is being played. So what they did was everyone evacuate, and then they're like, oh, it's okay, you can go back. Everyone went back, boom, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning is when they hit it. And they're calling it a rain bomb.
Yeah.
So, and so that's what has played out. And what's beautiful about it, the positive in it, is that, you know, the army, the SES, the fire brigade, they were nowhere to be seen for 2 weeks.
Right.
It was all on the ground, people helping people.
Yeah.
And there was, all the division was gone. There was no like, oh, you can't come in, you're not wearing a mask. Or you can't rescue me off this rooftop, you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
It was just, all of that got washed away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's happening now there, and I don't know how much this is out there because most people I've talked to have no idea what's going on in Lismore. And it's like a prototype for the plan or the offer, which I don't consent to. so what's happening now is they're going in, and the SES and not the SES, sorry, the councils and the officialdom, the army's there too, and they're saying, oh, your property's condemned, you can't go back. All the people on Cabbage Tree Island near Ballina, where there's a big Koori community, First Nations community, they were all evacuated by one guy in a tinny who worked for 72 hours. And then the army has not let them return and is saying that it's unsafe. So
I heard there was 3,000 buildings to be demolished.
yeah, well, they're going around to people's houses, knocking on the door and saying, you know, this place isn't safe. And there is a movement of people standing up and going, no, not no, they're going, I can determine for myself whether my property is safe or not, and I don't consent to you coming in, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
No
very
interim
interesting to watch what's happening.
Mm.
And very emotional, and there's a lot of exhausted people and a lot of amazing things, like amazing beauty as well.
Yeah.
That's enough for me.
No,
I'm
it's
so
really
grateful to be here.
so wonderful to hear from you, because you know you can't trust necessarily what you see on the internet, and there's very
No.
little coverage on this. So the only way you can get the truth these days is to hear other people who speak from the heart, and that's how you know it's real. You know, otherwise it's very hard to know what's really happening. Is there any way that we can support you, Maya?
No, just do what I said before, you know, stay as happy as you can, as positive as you can. Like, clear that man-made weather, whether it's dry like the fires were, or wet like it is here now.
Yeah.
I don't consent to that. So just don't consent to it, and visualize it being in alignment with Mother Earth's best, most beautiful, loving self that she is.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
that's
Maya.
powerful. Yeah.
That is very powerful. Thank you so much. We will certainly do that, and I will talk to our community up here. We have a metaphysical support group up here, and what we do is we meet weekly, and we all focus our intention on particular outcomes and raise the vibration. And we kind of have a time once a day or a few times a day when we all tune in together. And so we will we'll do what you have suggested and focus on that, and the way that you described it, I'll tell them about it. So thank you.
If you have, sorry, if you have a time or a session with that, and you could let us know, I'd love to be able to tune into that too and send the same vibration.
Sure. Yeah, we have a Telegram group, so I can add you. I'll add you into that so you can see what we're up to. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can add me as well.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Okay then.
It's
Okay.
just that
My vibration's high all the time, so I'm good.
Oh, Alana, you're just an incredible woman. What can I say?
Apart from yesterday.
Let's not go there, hey.
In-laws, who needs them?
Yeah. Zita, can you tell us how you're going? Are you in Cooktown right now?
Yeah, I'm in Cooktown at the moment.
What's it like? Yeah, tell me.
Cooktown, everyone seems to be keeping to themselves. For me, I've only been here for about 4 months, and I have met a few truthers and freedom fighters up here. It's only a small little group, but everyone's kind of kilometers away from each other. So I totally understand what the other lady was saying about there is a bit of a disconnection, and you know, you meet one person once a month and you won't see them ever after that. So that was like the difficult part, trying to find like regular people to speak about certain things and trying to connect and make a human family together. and there's just a small little group over here, and it's a little bit, I think small towns is a little bit hard to trust people. So yeah, kind of felt this isn't the place for me to be, and we found another beautiful property, an acre property just near Tully, and I think it will be perfect for us, and we can't wait to put veggies and fruits and start planting, and I've also thought about putting things underneath the ground as well. So I'm looking forward to our next project.
That's wonderful.
And I'm pregnant, and I'm going to be pre-birthing this round and having the wild pregnancy. So I think if you know of anyone about sovereign birth certificates, please let me know. I'm thinking of not registering my child. There's like those types of things that people have advised me, but
Yeah.
If there's anything that anyone knows, like please let me know, because I'm just gathering all the information at the moment, and that's kind of been one of the thoughts that have been on my mind at the moment.
I have a lovely friend who lives not far from us. She's really awesome. Her father is from Ireland, and he's always very active in the freedom movement. Like he was onto the whole fluoridation thing many, many decades ago, and he managed to change a lot of the laws and things like this. But she lives here now, and she's got 2 children, young children. She's done the whole thing of not registering them, and so I'll put you in touch with her, because I think just having someone else who's on the same page, who's already done it, is really empowering.
Yes, thank you so much. That's awesome.
All right. Yeah, is there anything else that I mean, you know that we're here, we're not too far from you at least, so if you will, I'll let you know when we have our you came to the last family reunion, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
I'll definitely come to the May one as well, and then come and meet everyone again, which I definitely need community. I think I'm really yearning for that, because I used to live in Melbourne, and I had a big community over there. I was a part of the Freedom Keepers, and not having that has been really, really difficult for me. So just to even just have a conscious conversation with somebody is kind of what I'm needing. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, especially when you have children and you want to have others around you on this who can support you. Thank you. So, and I think Tully, it's quite close to Mission. Is it quite close to Mission Beach or not? It's about 25-minute drive, and then Innisfail's about 40-minute drive. So I could find community over those ways if you know anyone out there.
We do know some people there, so maybe I can connect you. I think that's that area. There's a lot of, I think, people from Kuranda as well who've moved down there. So you'll feel much more at home there than Cooktown. Yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming on. Thank you all so much for coming onto this call. Is there, I might just talk a little bit about what's happening up here in Kuranda. So we have a cafe. My husband and I, we run a cafe, and the last 4 or 5 months have been difficult because we haven't been allowed to put our chairs out on the road. Normally you have, and this is a tourist town, so people gravitate to there's a lot of other cafes and restaurants, and because we're one of the only ones who don't have chairs outside, it's made it quite difficult to sustain the business. And we have 3 young children, so I mean, we were fortunate that we had some savings, so we've kind of been relying on our savings to tide us through. But I really feel for a lot of people who are struggling. But I'm also incredibly proud of them, because I feel that there's no price that you can put on integrity. And the people who did stand strong during this period and chose truth and integrity over money, or being, just kind of fitting in, I think everyone's going to remember who those people are. We certainly will. We were turned away from places where we used to go, and not in a nice way, in an unpleasant way. And I think you never forget that, because you kind of see people's true colors in these situations. So that's been the blessing of this time. And our town here is quite divided in a way, but it has been a great blessing, because once again we've seen people's true colors. We know who our friends are. So it's, I mean, I'm sure all of you have experienced it. There's the bad, like you were saying, Maya, there's the bad side, but there's also the absolutely beautiful side that would never have happened without this, this experience. What else have we been up to that I can share? Al, what else have we been up to that I can share? Yeah, I think we're going to be, we've been thinking of, we want to go big with the Human Family Project, kind of take it more worldwide and go, because we want to grow it really, really fast. So we've been torn a little bit between going big on the social media, you know, because we haven't advertised it at all. We've just been doing it all word of mouth, because we want it to be maybe grow slower, but be strong and be a strong, not something that can just vanish overnight. So, but at the same time, we do feel that it's very urgent. This is a time when we need to grow our community as quickly as possible. And so, perhaps there's a way that we can do it and make it work, even by going big with it. So we're just looking into that, at the moment. But we'll be emailing everyone and letting you know what our plans are. And we've just been tuning in just the last few nights to Monica Schmidt, Reignite Democracy. She's doing a group of, just 5 sessions, 1 hour sessions on how we can approach this from a political side. So she's just re-educating people on the political system, because we've been dumbed down. We haven't been given any information. The children aren't taught what their rights are. We're not really given any information about the candidates. There's so much lacking. So being educated in that, we don't feel that politics is the answer, the current system, because it's corrupt, but so there will be a revolution, and it won't necessarily be political. It will come from people's hearts. It will come from the communities, but there's a way to go that angle as well, because politics, after all, is a part of the whole. So if we can do something on that front as well, then why not? So we'll exhaust that avenue and then move on. So we'll let you know what we will learn. I might put together some points and just send them out, just so that, hey. But what I love about Monica is her heart. She's doing her work, and so we feel proud of her for that reason. Yeah.
Amazing.
She's awesome. Is there anything that anyone else wants to say or talk about?
Straight ahead.
It's a really good connection.
Over the bridge.
Over the bridge. I thank you for getting us together and for sending the link, because I think that it's really important that it does help you stay, in your truth and in your integrity, and also to consider more about who else within those that if we draw them into the family, are able to then feel a bit more connected. I have some friends, and one particular friend, his family and he have been really heavily involved in the local footy club, all these parents and grandparents and all that. And they actually had the gall to say to him the other week, oh, why don't you just get vaccinated so you can be part of our community again? And he's like, well, why aren't I part of the community now? Why would I need to do that to myself? And he's really holding strong. And they actually said the other day, oh, you're going to come back and umpire again? Like, you're not allowed to come in the club rooms, but we'll let you use the umpires' change rooms. And, you can still pop up every now and again and help us out. And he just said they just don't get it. And, he's really, he's standing strong, and he's very much on his own in that way. We connect. I've got a group together. There's about, I think, about 16 or 18 in that little group now. So I think that the more we learn about what you're putting together, the better it'll be to be able to share that with the others, and then they can share it with their people too. So I love that. I love that family side, and it's great to be able to talk freely and feel love, because it's it's in limited supply. I certainly have had a massive falling out with nearly everyone in my family, except my parents. They're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Narelle. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't actually. It's funny. I thought it would make me feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't. I feel sad, and I send love, and that's just their choice. And it really doesn't. It doesn't bother me to the degree that I thought it would. So, yeah, but it's it's sad for them that they are so judgy. But,
I'm happy I done it again.
yeah, but the kids are okay with it, so that's really good.
Yeah.
This
Don't
bloke,
slow down.
Yeah, like yeah, I've had similar experiences with family of learning a lot about them and about myself.
Conflict resolution.
Yeah, I understand why in some families they just don't talk about politics. Oh, that's why. Just talk about other things, the weather, the children.
Yeah, you got to find neutral topics.
Find the neutral topics.
The weather isn't neutral anymore.
It's not a safe subject anymore either.
That's so true. So what do you think about this weather? Who do you think made this like? What?
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I love you all very much, and we're always here. So yeah, and we have a big community up here. So you know, do any of you, you're always welcome to come and stay with us. We'll find somewhere for you to stay, and if you need resources or anything, you know, you feel free to call on us up here.
Thank you, Emma.
Yeah, ditto. Emma,
Thanks, Emma.
before we go, is there any way that I can support you in your work?
That's very sweet of you to ask, Maya. Sorry. Just share. If you just share from your heart as you just being yourself, I feel like you're already doing an amazing job. Just coming, you know, you embody it already. You know, you are the family that people need. So yeah, and if you share the video, share the idea, I think you're already doing it, Maya. Yeah. And share just the family project video, you know, that the introductory video, because then it might be easier for people to relate to what you're saying. Maybe if it that's all I can think of, but for now anyway. Thank you. Have a
Kisses to your lovely boys.
Thank you, Narelle. Thank you. The boys are just gonna come and say hi. Just say, say hi.
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 Have a good evening.
Good evening.
And this is my husband, Alan. Hey, Narelle. Yes.
There's Kyan. Kyan's driving the car.
Yes. Oh, and I just wanted to ask, do you mind if I put this video on our website in case it might help other people? Is that okay with everyone?
Go for it.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it might inspire or help someone else. So
Absolutely.
thank you. I love you all.
Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.